You'll remember this video when the Earth shifts. The 2025 timeline explained. The clocks are still ticking. For now. The oceans still obey their ancient tides. Cities hum with electric life. But beneath the illusion of stability, the Earth stirs. And the fabric of reality is beginning to thin. What if I told you that before the next sunrise, after a certain day in 2025, our world might never look the same again? Not because of something you'll see, but because of something you'll feel, deep in your bones, as if the very soul of the planet has exhaled and begun a new breath. There are whispers, faint but persistent, of an approaching shift. A timeline quietly rearranging itself beneath our feet. A ripple that will become a wave, washing away what we thought we knew about time, space, and our place in the universe. The question isn't if it will happen, but when you will notice it happening. And when you do, you'll remember this video. Before we venture deeper into this unraveling maze of 2025's hidden timeline, make sure you like this video, share it with those you think are ready to see behind the veil, and subscribe to the Interconnected Zone. Become a member if you truly want to step beyond the surface world. And trust me, you'll want to stay till the very end of this journey, because the revelations become more intense the further we go. All right, take a deep breath. Let's step through the first door. Chapter 1. The Silent Warning. In the quietest corners of the world, something has already changed. Satellite readings in late 2024 began to show minor, almost imperceptible fluctuations in the Earth's magnetic field. Not enough to cause panic, not enough to make the news, just enough for a few astrophysicists and climatologists to mutter uneasy theories in closed conference rooms. These disturbances weren't random. They pulsed in a curious rhythm, a slow, throbbing beat, almost like a living heart. It's as if the planet itself has begun to prepare. You see, throughout history, magnetic shifts have always accompanied great upheavals, not just in geology, but in human consciousness. Ancient records, from the dusty cuneiform tablets of Sumer to the carved bones of the Zia dynasty, whisper of ages when the stars fell from their courses, when the sun froze in the sky, and when the earth turned over in a single night. Science scoffs at these myths. But myths are merely memories in disguise. And now the patterns are returning. The silent warning has been issued. I want to hear from you. Have you personally felt, even subtly, that something about the world feels off? Maybe it's dreams that feel too real. Maybe it's déjà vu intensifying. Maybe it's an unshakable sense that something is approaching. If so, share it in the comments. I believe many of you will find you are not alone. Chapter 2. The 2025 alignment nobody is talking about. Astrologers and mystics alike have long pointed to 2025 as a year of monumental celestial convergence. But the specifics are even stranger than you might think. Around the midpoint of the year, multiple rare planetary alignments will occur within weeks of each other, creating gravitational and energetic effects that haven't been felt in centuries. Saturn and Neptune, planets of structure and illusion, will begin a slow and fateful dance, while Uranus, the awakener, will square Pluto, the destroyer and rebuilder. These aren't gentle poetic shifts. These are cosmic wrecking balls. The last time anything remotely similar occurred, the Renaissance was born after the collapse of the medieval order. Power structures toppled, paradigms shattered, new worlds emerged, yet even that may pale compared to what is approaching now. Because alongside the astrological tremors, hidden within the folds of quantum physics, a theory is gaining traction that our consciousness is not passively observing reality, but actively constructing it, and that during moments of extreme electromagnetic flux, the rules governing that construction become fluid. In 2025, the veil between possibility and actuality thins. Some will cling desperately to the old timeline, trying to stitch together what crumbles. Others, perhaps you, will learn to ride the fracture into something new. Chapter 3. The Timeline Forks. There is not one future ahead of us. There are many. Picture the year 2025, not as a straight road, but as a branching labyrinth. Different versions of Earth already exist, layered atop each other like translucent pages in a vast cosmic book. Most of the time, our collective momentum keeps us reading one line at a time, one story. But at certain moments of high energetic flux, readers can jump pages. Entire populations can, without realizing it, migrate from one version of Earth to another, one where history unfolds differently, where different outcomes manifest. Physicists call this many worlds interpretation. Mystics call it the Great Shift. Indigenous wisdom keepers have always spoken of the crossing of worlds, and 2025 is a crossing point. Some say the signs are subtle at first. People will notice small changes, memories not matching, familiar landmarks slightly altered, public events remembered differently. Some dismiss these as failures of memory. But you, if you are awake, you will know. You will feel the tremble beneath reality's surface. You will remember this moment. Pause for a moment. Think. Has there been a time in your life when something shifted and you couldn't explain it logically? A memory that others remember differently? An event that feels impossible? Share it below. I'm reading your stories carefully, and you might find astonishing patterns among fellow travelers. Many imagine that when the Earth shifts, it will be obvious. Volcanoes exploding, mountains crumbling, oceans rising. And while these might indeed occur in some forks of the timeline, the deeper, more profound shift is energetic. It is the soul of the Earth, Gaia herself, that shifts first. Ancient traditions around the world, from the Hopi to the Zulu, have foretold a time when the Earth would tilt, not necessarily physically but spiritually. A tilt of consciousness, a rebalancing. You may feel this in your own body, sudden waves of dizziness ringing in the ears, a feeling as though the very ground beneath you hums at a slightly different frequency. Doctors will offer neurological explanations. Skeptics will scoff. But the sensitive will know. We are crossing thresholds that were never meant to be crossed in a linear lifetime. The Earth is calling. Can you hear it? Long before humanity tamed fire, long before we carved symbols into stone, we gazed upward, seeking answers in the stars. Those luminous bodies were not merely distant suns. They were messengers, storytellers whispering cosmic secrets. And now, in 2025, the sky has begun speaking again. for those who have the patience to listen. Already, astronomers have recorded strange anomalies, rogue objects veering off expected courses, mysterious flashes beyond normal cosmic radiation, even what some call false stars, points of light that appear, hover, and vanish without explanation. These are not mere accidents. These are heralds. In many ancient cultures, unusual phenomena in the heavens were seen as the Earth's early warning system. A new star meant the birth of a new ruler, or the end of an empire. A comet could signal famine, plague, revolution. And as we move deeper into the 2025 timeline, the sky will not be silent. I urge you, when you find yourself outside at night, even just for a moment, pause, look up, notice, listen. You might find yourself witnessing a silent ballet of changes no news outlet will ever report. Have you already observed something strange in the skies where you live? Perhaps a color that didn't belong, a light with no source, or an instinctive sense of being watched. Tell your story in the comments below. It's time we thread these mysteries together. There are places on Earth where reality already wears thin, ancient stone circles, forgotten temples, mountains whispered about in legends. These sacred sites, long dormant, are reawakening. Across the world, from the megaliths of Karnak to the pyramids of Mesoamerica, subtle but undeniable changes have begun. Researchers have documented spontaneous electromagnetic emissions from sites once thought inert. Monuments once silent seem to pulse faintly, as though breathing. But why? These sites are more than stones piled artfully. They are energy nodes, anchors for timelines. When the Earth shifts, so do they, and they, in turn, accelerate the shift. Some sensitive individuals report vivid dreams after visiting these sites in 2025. Dreams of other worlds, lost civilizations, alternative futures. It's as if the stones are whispering, remember who you were, who you are, and who you can become. The Earth's memory is waking up, and with it, ours. Here is where it becomes more unsettling. As the 2025 shift intensifies, reality itself may begin to invert in subtle ways. Expect reversals. Long-trusted institutions losing credibility overnight. Friends revealing hidden sides you never suspected. Movements rising and falling with dizzying speed. What was once considered madness may become accepted truth. What was once sacred may become profane. This is not by accident. It is the result of a phenomenon known among esoteric scholars as the inverted mirror, a stage of timeline shift where the collective consciousness experiences a massive destabilization. It's a test of sorts. Those who react with fear or rage will find themselves spiraling downward into the densest, heaviest timelines. Those who navigate the confusion with curiosity and openness will find doors opening where none seem to exist. In 2025, the key is not to cling to old definitions, but to flow, to adapt, to choose your inner alignment rather than seeking external anchors. And you, right now, are already preparing, simply by listening to this message. You might notice something else strange starting in 2025. People will seem to vanish, not physically, but energetically. Friendships will dissolve with no clear cause. Loved ones may seem distant, even when physically near. Some people will feel like they have become different versions of themselves, as if their souls have migrated elsewhere. In truth, this is exactly what is happening. As timelines fracture, souls choose. Some will migrate into denser, more chaotic versions of Earth. Realities of conflict, scarcity, division. Others will ascend into lighter, more coherent versions, realities of creativity, unity, and wonder. This migration is not based on moral judgment. It's based on resonance, the frequencies you cultivate through your thoughts, emotions, and actions. The Earth is offering every soul a choice, a divergence of paths. Which will you choose? I want you to think carefully and share if you feel called. If you had to envision the Earth you want to migrate toward, what does it look like? Describe it in the comments. Your vision might inspire someone else's path. At some point in 2025, there will be a moment, a day, an hour, maybe even just a heartbeat, where everything seems eerily calm. No dramatic explosions, no obvious signs of disaster, just stillness, as if the world holds its breath. Do not mistake this silence for safety. In many mystical traditions, it is taught that profound shifts are preceded by profound stillness. It is the moment when all possibilities converge, when destiny recalibrates. When you sense this stillness, honor it. Anchor yourself. Meditate. Visualize the Earth you wish to inhabit. Declare your intention. It will matter more than you can possibly know, because immediately after the stillness, the floodgates open. And then it happens. For some, it will feel like waking from a long, strange dream. For others, it may feel like being plunged into chaos. The experience will not be uniform. It will be tailored, individually and collectively, to the soul's resonance. Cities may transform overnight. Not always physically, but energetically. Certain technologies will fail. Others, hidden until now, will emerge. New forms of governance may rise, based not on dominance, but on cooperation. Or, in darker timelines, more sophisticated forms of control. Nature herself will reclaim space, wild plants growing in cities, animal migrations defying logical patterns, ecosystems adapting at impossible speeds. Human beings will also adapt. Quickly, shockingly so. Some will awaken latent abilities, intuition sharpening, healing hands emerging, communication beyond words becoming possible. The Earth, reborn, will not be the one you knew. But if you're here, if you're hearing this, you chose to be part of it. You are a midwife of worlds. If you're still with me on this journey, and if this vision resonates with something deep inside you, please make sure you've liked this video, subscribed to the Interconnected Zone, and considered becoming a member. It helps us keep creating these deep dives into the mysteries the mainstream refuses to touch, and your support keeps the portal open. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it, someone you feel is ready. Now, there's one last door to open. You may already sense it. Somewhere in the depths of your being, you remember a future that hasn't happened yet. Images, sensations, flashes of a world both alien and achingly familiar. This is not fantasy. It is the resonance of your own soul, echoing across timelines, reaching for the version of Earth you are destined to help birth. In 2025, this memory becomes a living force. Dreams will grow more vivid, more prophetic. Synchronicities will multiply until they become almost comedic. Signs, symbols, repeated numbers, whispered words from strangers. These are not random. They are your future self leaving breadcrumbs across the labyrinth. Follow them. Trust them. You are not walking blindly into the unknown. You are remembering your way home. Chapter 12. The Time Fracture Events. In various pockets around the world, time will begin to behave. Strangely, this won't make the news. It won't be documented in any official record. But those who experience it will never forget it. It might happen on a walk. The sense that you've stepped into a space where time thickens, minutes stretch, sounds distort, and then, just like that, it's over. Or perhaps it occurs during sleep, when a dream doesn't feel like a dream, but a memory from a future you haven't lived yet. These are the time fracture events. In 2025, these incidents will multiply, especially near ancient ley lines and energetic crossroads. Some may mistake them for hallucinations. Others may call them moments of spiritual awakening. In truth, they are cracks, micro-tears in the illusion of linear time, as the Earth and collective consciousness transition to multi-dimensional perception. You may be there when it happens. You may already have been. If you've ever experienced a moment where time seemed to bend, where the world paused or shifted, describe it below. Your moment may connect directly with another viewer's experience. Together, we may uncover a timeline map hidden between the lines. Chapter 13. The Disappearance of the Old World. Not all changes in 2025 will be additions. Some will be subtractions. Certain institutions, belief systems, and even geographic locations may begin to lose their grip on our collective awareness. A prominent country might dissolve or fall from influence almost overnight. Major figures, public, political, even spiritual, may vanish from the public eye under mysterious circumstances. In subtler ways, entire ways of thinking will begin to dissolve. People will forget how they once lived in strict routine. Bureaucracies will find themselves unable to enforce their old rules. Languages will evolve rapidly, with new words and phrases emerging to describe what was once ineffable. This isn't destruction. It's the letting go of an outdated simulation. As we shift into the next octave of planetary existence, the dense scaffolding of the old world must fall away. The illusions of permanence will be tested. Nothing is fixed. All is in flux. What you release now determines what you're free to receive. Chapter 14. The Rise of the Silent Ones. Not everyone who navigates the shift will do so loudly. While many will shout their truths on stages and in videos, others, the silent ones, will work in stillness. You might never recognize them, but you will feel them. They are the quiet stabilizers, anchoring new frequencies into the Earth grid through their presence alone. You may be one of them. These beings will begin to subtly influence reality. Gardens will flourish near them. Conflict will dissolve in their presence. They won't explain what they're doing, because what they're doing cannot be explained. They are the human acupuncture needles placed precisely across the planetary meridians to assist the birth of a new Earth. You may pass one on the street and never know. You may be one and only now are remembering. Since the Industrial Revolution, humanity has, well, been enslaved by mechanical time, calendars, clocks, deadlines, and alarms. But in the year 2025, that framework will begin to collapse. Some will ignore it. Others will fight to maintain the illusion. But the truth is this: natural time, based on the rhythms of the earth, the moon, the stars, and, honestly, your own body, will begin to reassert itself. Circadian rhythms will rewire. Dreams will guide decisions more than spreadsheets. People will begin to sense that certain days feel full and others feel hollow. They'll stop pushing when the energy isn't right. This isn't laziness. This is attunement. The 2025 shift will make it nearly impossible to live by the artificial clock. Those who cling to it may experience burnout, breakdown, or confusion. Those who surrender will discover a new form of mastery, flow-based living, tuned to a higher harmonic. Time is not a ruler. Time is a river. In 2025, we return to its current. One of the most haunting and beautiful aspects of the shift will be the increasing awareness of other versions of Earth. You may hear a sound that doesn't belong, music from nowhere, voices in languages you don't speak but somehow understand. You might see flashes of unfamiliar architecture or glimpses of landscapes that do not exist in this world. These are echoes. As the barriers between timelines thin, Earths that exist in parallel to ours, some older, some newer, some stranger, will begin to bleed through. You might look at a forest and see a city overlaying it. You might wake up one morning with a memory of a life you never lived, but one that feels more you than anything else. Don't panic. Don't dismiss it. You're not going crazy. You are tuning in. Reality is a radio with infinite stations. In 2025, the dial begins to slip. On purpose. And now, we reach the end. But this ending is not a closing. It is a remembering. The 2025 shift is not about becoming someone new. It is about remembering who you already are. The you beyond the veil, the you who volunteered to be here for this exact moment in cosmic history. You are not passive in this timeline. You are a co-creator, a navigator, a seed of starlight planted in Earth's soil to bloom at the turning of the age. Everything you need is already within you. The fear, the uncertainty, the crumbling of the old, that is the mulch, the fertile ground from which the new Earth is born. And you are its dreamer. So when the moment comes, and it will, when the shift intensifies, when your world tilts on its axis and the lines blur between dream and waking, between future and past, between earth and sky, you'll remember this video, and you'll know you were never alone. If this journey through the hidden veins of the 2025 timeline resonated with you, even stirred something deep that you can't quite name, then please like this video now, subscribe to the Interconnected Zone, and share this with someone you know is waking up. Because this message was not made for the masses. It was made for the few who can feel the shift, before it fully arrives. If you want to support deeper explorations like this, consider becoming a channel member. It helps keep this space independent, ad-free, and fully focused on truth-seeking without compromise. And if this video genuinely impacted you, consider giving a super thanks. It means more than you know and helps fuel more revelations like this one. Most importantly, drop a comment below with your personal thoughts. Have you already felt the tremors of change? What version of Earth do you believe we're heading toward? Or are you already living in it? Remember this: the world you see is not all that is. The time you follow is not all that ticks. And the self you think you are is just beginning to awaken. Until next time, stay connected. This is the interconnected zone. And you were always meant to find your way here.